One thing I wanted to mention, actually, I have this kind of newsletter that I've been running for some time. So I basically ask people to share about their workflows and their like dot files, their setup, what they use and how they use it, and their Vim config and whatever.
I see that guy Ian Simmons there. That is emptyful, but he's cheap and he doesn't pay for the membership in YouTube, so that's why he's not commenting right now, because he's cheap. But I know that guy. He's in Discord.
Well, awesome. Yeah, that's the idea. Like I asked, it's kind of ironic because I make a lot of videos about Vim, but I'm not like Vim everywhere. I don't like use my car with emotions. I just like
it sounds beautiful, man.
I stopped being interested in analog stuff versus digital stuff for some reason. If you're looking for a keyboard, go buy Kinesis. It's the best investment in your life.
No, wait. They have to sponsor me before you go and buy it, so don't go yet.
Yeah, and sponsor him.
What do you think about Windows? Do you like the operating system?
I think it's a toy. It's pointless. Don't use Windows.
If you're listening to this as a podcast, remember that it was originally recorded as a video. If you're not following along, you can go to my YouTube channel. My username is linkarzu. And if you want to support me to keep this podcast going, you can donate in Ko-fi. I'm going to leave a link in the description. All right, so let's get started with this chapter then.
We have a guest today, Adib. How's it going, man?
Good. Doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing good as well. It's Sunday, August 17th. What time is it where I'm at? 11 a.m. Where are you at? Do you want to share that or you want to keep that private?
Nothing is private. We don't care. Everybody knows everything anyways. So it's 12 p.m. here, also Sunday. I live up in Nashville, around Nashville area. So yeah, 12 p.m.
Oh, okay. I'm in Guatemala, by the way, which is below Mexico, Central America.
Nice.
So, yep. Now, basically this call is just to get to know you. Well, people that follow me already know you because our content is quite similar, right? So you have you have a YouTube channel, right? So you mind just sharing who you are, basically, a little bit about you.
Sure. So my name is Adib, as you can tell. Pretty much I use my name on all my social things. I'm originally from Lebanon, actually. I'm not even American.
I was going to ask you about your name because it's not too common. If you see my name, it's like, where's this guy from, right? It raises the question immediately. And I saw your name as well, and I was like, okay, so it's Lebanon, right?
Yes, sir. How do you say your name?
Christian I'm not Christian. Well, religiously, I'm not Christian, but my name is Christian. It's crazy, I know. But Christian, that's how you say it. You can call me Link. I have decided that from now on, I'm just going to call myself Link. It's easier.
Link.
So, yeah, that's fine.
Easier, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, Christian is not bad. So.
Yeah. I don't like it too much, to be honest, but whatever.
I'm originally from Lebanon. I've been here in the States for like 10 years now. And I work as a software engineer for a company in Texas, and I'm married. I have 2 kids, and I live outside of Nashville. I've been doing YouTube for probably a year and a half or something. I'm not like super crazy active like most people on YouTube, but I try to kind of upload every couple of weeks, 2 weeks maybe or something. And most of my content is about like Neovim and terminal things, CLI tools and stuff like that. Nerdy things, I guess. I like productivity and like how can I be productive in the terminal, I guess. You can maybe think of it that way. I tried doing some videos about like programming languages, Go and whatever, and I got bored. And so I went back to like CLI stuff. And I think I'm going to change as well. Like I'm also thinking about like changing this whole idea. Soon, actually. Maybe we can discuss this sometime in this call, but I'm debating whether I continue with this or not, as in like this format and this type of content. But that's who I am.
Oh, okay. So what are the plans if you want to share them with us? Like, no more programming stuff, more Neovim focused, or what have you thought about so far?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. We're starting right with this one. Well, here's where my head is. I've been doing these videos, like Neovim videos and whatever CLI stuff, for pretty much this whole time on YouTube. But everything is changing with AI. Like, we don't code the same way. We don't like care too much about the tools anymore. But AI is doing everything, and you're pretty much just code reviewing. That's pretty much like the work day to day. You ask Claude to do stuff or open code or whatever, and then it gives you a lot of code, and you go read it and say it's good or it's bad, essentially.
Approved or
and
not.
iterate.
Yep.
Yeah. So when it comes to tooling, I don't think it matters anymore. And that's like the sad reality of it. Like, yes, you can have the most amazing Neovim configuration on the planet, but still, like, I'm probably not going to even use that much of it. I'm just going to ask AI to do stuff, right? And so that led me to the idea that what do we really care about then? Like, if it's not like, how we are going to code the thing or whatever tool we're going to use or whatever, what actually matters. And I think it's more like the theoretical side of stuff, because you can ask AI to do anything and it will try to do it. But if you don't know what the thing is, you probably will never be able to even use it correctly. So I'm thinking about, like, what would be useful for somebody to, like, learn. And it's like describing the thing correctly. For example, you're building a tool or whatever, a product, but there's a thing you're trying to build, but you just don't have words for it because your theory is lacking behind, and you just know the code. Like, you're like a super Golang developer who can pretty much build anything, but you don't know the concepts, like the ideas, right? Like, what is, I don't know. There's a lot of ideas here, but like, knowing the theory behind a thing, it gives you the language to describe it. And if you can describe it, the AI can build it. I guess the gap is like, can you describe the thing you're trying to build? And that's what I'm kind of headed with this. I don't want to, like, keep talking about, like, here's the next tool to use and here's how you can configure it. Because you can read the docs and configure it. It's not magic. But the magic is, like, can you understand what the thing is? Because if you can, then the rest is just use the tools to build it.
Yeah. So
That's kind of where
something
I'm
that
going with this.
adapts more to the reality nowadays for a lot of people. Like you mentioned, a lot of people use these tools to build everything. They don't have the knowledge. Maybe they don't know the questions to ask. They don't have the technical background
Yeah.
to debug, to fix whatever issues they're okay. So something more holistic that includes AI, right, as part of the process.
Yeah. So, like, I work with a group of people, as an example, and we have like a team of developers, and I'm kind of managing and leading with them. One pattern I find with, like, kind of less experienced engineers is they're using AI, and they're using AI to build pretty much the whole thing. Like, we have a big product in development, and the big challenge is always, like, knowing why you're doing the thing you're doing. You're building this feature, like, why do I use Redis again? What is that again? As an example, like, obviously this is a stupid example, but the idea. And so knowing what to use and why to use it and where everything fits is kind of more important these days than actually writing the 10 lines of code you're going to write, because AI will do it correctly. Just, you have to describe it. More like a product manager kind of thing, product engineer or something.
But that has a heavy technical background, right? Because you need to know all of this stuff to be able to make sure that it's correctly and correct and fix it, right? Which is or tell it to do it better, or
so knowing the concepts will allow you to find the language to describe it to AI. That's kind of where I'm trying to get with this. Instead of, like, here's another Neovim video, here's, like, how to, I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's what a state machine is. I don't know. Like, here's an example. Do you know what a state machine is? Here's how to think about it. Here's what it is. Here's, like, how to design it, whatever. And then just ask AI to build it for you. But if you know what it is, you know where to use it. If you have different states, you need to represent them. You need to make sure, like, it's clearly defined. Use a state machine, for example. And then if you don't use a state machine, you end up using, like, if else's, like a million ones. And so knowing these concepts allows you to make the right decision, but you have to know them.
Yeah.
Right. You have to learn the language of what this thing is.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm thinking about and what I think I'm going to take this channel to. And there's a lot of other amazing YouTubers, like Typecraft has been fantastic with the Neovim thing. And then it feels like redundant to try to make the same stuff. I'm like, yeah, he blew up. He's doing fantastic work, and I really love his content. And I think it's pointless to try to make more stuff. Like, if he's doing a better job at it, why should I repeat myself? Like, all I cared about is like showing people how cool Neovim is and how you should use it and all that stuff. But he's doing it, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd rather direct people to his content than actually trying to do the same thing again. Like,
Yeah.
what's the point?
Makes sense.
Right. I'm not in it for money, obviously. I mean, I have a job and I'm happy with my life, right? It's not like make YouTube and sell monitors and keyboards and whatever like people do. I just like it, and I feel like, I want to share what I know and connect with people and all that stuff. So it's not really like a business, at least for now. So yeah, teaching things.
So it's more
people might be fun.
Okay, so it's more like for sharing stuff, just sharing what you know, right? It's a hobby. Like, why did you decide to start with YouTube? Like, what?
I don't know. I guess I'm a very introvert person. I do not like public stuff, but I found it like work from home. As I said, I'm a dad with 2 kids, so I need to find new ways to connect with people and stay up to date with stuff and just have some fun with kind of social things. And that was the driving thing. And I remember like when I started the whole YouTube thing, it was everybody's excited about Rust. So I was like, let's do Rust stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm learning the language anyways, so why not talk about it? And that's how the whole thing started. It wasn't like any like planned scheme to make $1 million and retire in some island. It was just like, oh, here's the cool thing. People like Rust and I like Rust. So let's make videos about Rust. And then from there, like went down this whole rabbit hole.
Yeah. I've thought about the channel name, because your channel name is just your name. So
yeah,
you can talk about whatever you want in the channel name. Imagine you would have chosen a different name, something like Adib Neovim or something, right? It would be tougher.
Yeah. I actually have another channel called like a Neovim Mastery. Has no videos, nothing in it. It has like 200 subscribers just because like they know me and they go there. I don't even have it here, but the idea is I tried it and people start subscribing. I'm like, I don't want to make just Neovim videos. It's cool. But, I'll just stick to this one eventually. But, I'm not just interested in code, and I didn't want it to be like, this specific thing. Like I want to make videos on, because again, it's not like, it's not a career or anything. It's just a fun experience for me. I don't really care too much. It's not going to change my life if I have like 1 billion subscribers. I'm happy with it or without it, essentially.
Okay. And what is this about this Neovim course, Neovim Mastery?
So yeah, I actually, long time ago, I kind of shared about it online. I wanted to make a course, and I'm making it as we speak. But again, a lot of things changed. I had to stop for a while. I actually made a video about it. Like my last video was an update on this. And
I saw it.
Essentially, I wanted to make this course back when, there's a lot of hype around it. I was like, cool, let's make this course, and maybe I can double down on it, and it will be a nice income. But at the same time, it's like I can put all my knowledge in it. It would be cool. But then life happened. I got super busy. I had a second child, and then I was like, priorities. I can't do that anymore right now. So I had to pause for a long time. And now I'm finally back on track, but things will change a little bit. Originally, it was like more teaching you all the Vim stuff, and then more like a new Vim specific things, how to configure, whatever. And in my last video, I mentioned I'm going to change this and more focus on like how to use Vim as not like Vim, like Neovim, but how to use the actual tool, and not like here's how you configure something. More like here's how to use the thing without adding 1 million
plugin.
Like there's a lot you can do, and there's a lot of cool things you can do that I probably don't remember a thing, but but it's like you can do a lot of stuff, and I think people like that for some reason. There's a resistance in me, like to even do this project, honestly, at this stage. But it's more like I gotta finish the job, kind of thing, because the industry is changing and people don't really care. I mean, some if you're like on Twitter, you probably will care because that's the hype. But in reality, in practice, where people actually get the job done, they don't really care about Neovim, unfortunately. Like people just want to code and move on. If you have like a job, right?
Yeah,
if you're on YouTube, you want to make sure like you're saying it
YouTube,
differently,
yeah, it's different.
or on Twitter or
Yeah.
Twitch. But if you're like just have a job and you get your job done and you get back home and take care of your family and whatever, you really don't care about them or Neovim. It's fun, but that's where it ends. And so I think I'm gonna make a course that teaches people how to be productive with it, how to do stuff with it, and how to use the tool correctly and whatever. Mostly based on the documentation and like some of the experiences that I've gained. But that's where it ends actually. It's not gonna even have like a deep, in-depth thing on how to configure Neovim and here's all the 20 plugins you have to install and all of that, because you're gonna have new plugins every couple of weeks. So
Yep, a lot
more
of
like the
different plugins.
ideas. You need an
Mhm.
LSP, you need a search tool, you need like a Git thing, you need the
file
big
picker.
like tree sitter, whatever, like the big things that you care about conceptually, and then pick whatever plugin you want. You can use Snacks, for example, to search stuff, or you can use Telescope, or you can use whatever, Fugitive, or like whatever, the Git signs. Like there's a lot of tools that does the same thing. But you need to know what the tools are first. Like what is the thing you're trying to add to your editor, essentially.
Yeah.
So that's how far it will go, and then obviously the Vim things from like before you even get there.
I remember my previous job. Pretty almost nobody used Neovim. I was the only one. If I needed to do a screen share, I was the only one. There was one other guy that used Neovim, but all of the other guys, they didn't care too much. And the company that I'm working for right now, it's even worse. I use Windows there. I don't even know what Neovim is. So it depends, I guess. It depends. Well, if you're in the YouTube space, of course, Neovim is really popular. So we all talk about Neovim and all that stuff. But in the real world, I'm not sure. Based on my experience, not too many people, but it depends. I guess that in Silicon Valley, there's more people. I have no idea.
Yeah, I would kind of question that as well. Like, I've worked with people who worked at Apple and we had like, we usually used to like do the spare sessions where like we code something together or work through something like a pair programming or whatever. And like the guy would ask me like, hey, let's let's open up your IDE and let's go through these things. And like, okay. And then I open up Neovim, like, what the hell is this, man? Just open up some real thing. So people like, yeah, not everybody, I mean, yeah, it's this sad thing. Like if you work from home for like a startup with like 20 people, you can do whatever you want. But like, it feels to me that there's more like things people agree on like a larger scale companies. Like let's just use VS Code because you're gonna have Copilot for free. Or like use Cursor because the company's gonna provide that or whatever. So that's why I think like learning Vim motions or like learning how to use the Vim style of moving and editing is more important than using Neovim. It won't get you enough like followers if you do it that way, but it's still gonna be great, right? I used JetBrains for the longest actually before the AI excitement before that happened. And so I used Vim motions in it and it was perfect. Like it has everything I need and I never need to touch the mouse and it was fast and it was good enough, right? But it's not Neovim, but it was great. Actually, I think like JetBrains with their LSP is like way, way better than any Vim or Neovim or VS Code. Their LSP is fantastic. So Vim worked there. That's everything I needed.
And where's your heart? Is it still a Neovim or it's going away from Neovim?
I still use Neovim. I think these days I'm like mostly living in like opencode and like whatever, like cloud code. And so, and I also, the company I work for, they provide like Cursor as well for like, they pay for it. So I'm living between those two for like the big projects I'm working on. Do I like Cursor? No, I keep crashing my computer, but it's, it has AI in it. And I wanted to use AI the way I wanted to use AI. And so I didn't really care too much. I wasn't like depressed why I'm not using Neovim in that case, but I was more like, it's getting the job done and it has access to all the AI models I care about and I can move fast. And so obviously I have Vim in it and all that stuff. So I'm not like really far from it, but it's still, it's getting the job done, I guess.
Okay. And what do you still use Neovim for? For your personal stuff, or when do you use it?
Yeah, personal stuff, obviously. And sometimes if I'm just full on coding without AI, which it happens a lot as well sometimes, I just open up Neovim and start coding.
Okay.
What I feel like I'm using Cursor as if some people use chat with AI. You know how we open Raycast AI or whatever AI and just you chat with it and I get answers. That's how I use Cursor. I'll just open it and okay, I need to do this coding thing with AI. Open this thing and let's send the prompts and see what happens and then review it and then accept it and then move on. But then if I'm locked into want to code stuff, I can just open up Neovim and then do my work. It's a lot of tools, but I still haven't found any great integration, AI integration inside of Neovim. There's a lot of cool things, but nothing really comes close to Cursor, unfortunately.
What is this about? Is this the one that was created by one of the guys in the Primogens crew, right? Yeah. And how is it? Is it any good? I've seen it, but I'm like, okay, so is it like Claude code? Does it have access to your repo?
Yeah. So this is it's similar to Claude Code, but you can change the models for anything you want, not just Anthropic. You can use OpenAI, you can use whatever. And I think the reason why I like it the most is because it feels like Neovim. The people who build it, they use Neovim. So they build it with the idea that we want this to feel familiar. And that's why I like it. It just feels like you're still in Neovim in a way. Even the status bar has the kind of similar format to the Lua line or whatever. That's why I like it. And it's pretty great. It works. It does, the output is identical to whatever Claude Code gives you. I mean, they're both talking to some API and they're both giving you the same outcome. This one feels more intuitive to me personally, but it's kind of the same, really.
Okay. Do you prefer this over Cursor, or you prefer Cursor still when it comes to AI?
It depends. If I'm doing small things with AI, by small, I'm changing a couple files, fixing something, something not crazy big, I use Cursor. If I'm using if I want to build a full feature and then have it do the whole work, I use opencode or Claude Code because they have bigger context.
Okay.
I think so, at least. I mean, think about it. Cursor is a middle thing between you and Anthropic. So I'm just cutting this off whenever I need to work on something that requires more context, I guess. Deeper integration with their APIs.
Got it. Okay. Now, I already shared your YouTube channel here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep. I was looking at the different videos. Awesome stuff. Okay. I'm going to leave this in the video description so people can go and subscribe. I guess all of the people that follow me are already in your audience because it's pretty similar stuff that we talk about. So how old are you, by the way, if you want to share that?
Can you guess?
You're around my age, I would assume. I'm 38, so you must be around there.
Yep. I'll be 38 in 2 months.
October. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
38. Okay. And have you considered, or do you do sponsor related stuff in your videos? Or what are your thoughts on sponsorships on videos? Have they reached out?
I got a lot of emails about these people, these people reaching out and hey, do this, whatever. And I got a lot of options like this. Even that, there's a famous teaching company that reaches out for people a lot. Everybody makes videos for them nowadays.
Oh, the brilliant one, guys.
Yeah. But I just don't want to I don't want to have the feeling that I'm forced to do something for someone. Again, this is not my career. This is just fun for me and I don't really care. The only sponsored video I've ever made was on this keyboard I have. And I made it because I really like the keyboard and I really like their company. I would just keep sharing videos about it and photos and whatever because I think it's fantastic. The Kinesis keyboard. That's the only video I've ever made sponsored. and I don't think I will ever make any sponsored video. I just don't care enough. Like, it's not changing my life. It's just, it's too much pressure for me to make something cool for someone, right?
Okay.
I just want to like hit record and just talk about stuff and move on. And even if you see my editing, like it's just very basic. Cut the thing and put it close to each other and upload it. I don't really care, man. If you see like how I do things, you'll laugh, because most YouTubers will spend hours and days trying to polish something. I have only like maybe 5 hours on Saturdays every other week to just record and edit and upload. That's how much time I have, because I'm busy, right, with family and life and whatever. And so I'll have to be on Saturday. I have to record. I have to edit, and usually in like real time almost. And then the thumbnail takes me like 30 seconds. Just like put whatever on whatever and just upload, just to make sure there's a picture.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is like 4 hours on every other Saturday, and I just upload them. I don't really care enough. So like for sponsorship to be useful, you kind of have to work more on that. I don't have time to do any of that stuff, like make a desk setup video that takes you 3 months to build or whatever. Or like a day in a life that requires 3 months of day in life. Just condense it into 1 day of a life. Yeah, I don't think it's useful for me. And yeah, I mean, unless I have like 3 million subscribers and whatever, I don't think it's adding any value.
Okay, makes sense. And what does your family, your partner think, of you doing YouTube videos?
Well, my daughter likes to watch me. She's 3 years old, and every time she sees me on TV, she's like, "Daddy, Daddy." I'm like, "Oh, great. That's the whole point." They like it. I mean, they encourage me, and they support what I'm doing. Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, okay. Okay, awesome. Now, going back to the Neovim stuff, this is something that I ask all the people. You remember how your first experience was when you tried Vim motions for the first time, right? The first time you opened it and you were like, what is this crap? Like, did you wonder, why do people do this? Did it feel natural? How long did it take you to?
That was 2012. Very long time ago, and it was me and a friend of mine. We were working at this startup, and we discovered Vim before Neovim was fancy, and we start playing with it, and we both learned like Vim motions and some Vim things, and we start using it. It was pretty messy. Like I got like on and off so many times because I just couldn't really figure out what the heck is this, and it was very confusing. And back in the days, like like Sublime Text was the thing. And it wasn't like Vim or I guess anything else. So we had to switch to a terminal and learn the whole thing. And it was very, very messy. And I gave up quickly, actually. And it took me some time later to kind of jump back in. It wasn't easy at all. It was actually terrible.
Yeah, it took me like 3 times as well. I remember I was following a tutorial, right? And you SSH into a device, and they ask you to open Vim and edit a file. And it's like, why? I wonder, like, why? I hate this. I just quit. I couldn't quit, of course, but you somehow quit. I switched to Nano, and I used Nano on servers for a long time.
Yeah.
I tried it like 3 times. I didn't like it, and I don't know. Eventually, it did. It did click, and now this is what I like the most. But I guess it's really common, right? And there's some people that say that it's not difficult at the beginning. I'm like, no. Because if you say it's not difficult, they're going to feel dumb. And they're going to be like, oh, so I'm dumb. Then the problem is me, no. The problem is that it's really difficult, right?
Yeah, it is not easy. I mean, especially if you're early in your career, you're pretty much trying to figure out what code is. And then now you have to figure out what Vim motions is. Like, what the hell, man? Let me just code first.
Yeah.
Like, leave me alone. Takes time. I think for me, the biggest breakthrough happened when I started using LunarVim. I was still like in the VS Code world years and years ago, and then I discovered LunarVim. And I was struggling with configuring that thing in the first place. Like, that's years ago. And I was like, I need something that makes this easier. I don't want to keep fighting the editor. I want to code, but I want to use Vim, but I can't just keep doing this. I don't understand any of it. That was years ago. And so I discovered LunarVim, And I was like, this is amazing. It just made my life so much easier, and it works. And I lived with LunarVim for many, many years. And actually, one of the earlier videos 2 years ago or something, I was like, I actually talked about LunarVim as like my main coding thing. That was, yeah, one of the early videos. It helped a lot because it had all the features. It felt a bit familiar to VS Code in a way back in the days. And it was like, okay, this works. Let's use that. I did use Vim inside of VS Code for also many years. And again, JetBrains. And then eventually I kind of landed on Vim. But I had to switch between multiple editors for a while because of something I don't know how to use, or something that didn't work, or I'm just fighting it and I have deadlines and I can't keep fighting the editor. Let's finish the code first. Eventually it landed somewhere nice, but it took a long time to get it to a place where it's stable.
Yeah, it consumes way too many hours, right, man?
Yeah, and if you have family and you're married, you shouldn't be doing that.
No, but you
No,
will. You do it anyway. It's painful. Yeah.
It is.
And would you recommend someone starting then, going with the distro or going with your own config from scratch?
If you have time and you're not like, actually, like even before that, I would recommend you continue using whatever you're using, just add Vim to it, like VS Code Vim plugin or JetBrains Vim thing. Start that way until you get familiar with what Vim Motions is all about. And then if you have the space and to actually invest more time to learn actual Vim, get a distro or something like a lazygit or something like that. It's fantastic, because the thing is, like, you don't want to end up in a spot where you're just not productive at all. You have deadlines, you're stressed, and you're trying to figure out what the heck is Vim. You just want to have like the productivity to kind of continue to flow, and then gently switch to full-on Vim config custom one. If you jump all the way to like custom Vim config, your productivity will fall. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be like, what the hell is this? I just want to go back to whatever thing I was using because I can code. You want to avoid that trap so you can kind of gently get there. That's just my experience. If you have a lot of time and you're just able to do that, then do it however you want. The custom Vim thing would be super fun. But you want to make sure you continue to be productive as you're doing so. That's the idea. It's not about the Vim config. It's about the productivity that comes from it. So really, if you can use like Notepad++ and be productive, that's fine. Just get the job done, essentially. It's not the tool. It's the outcome of it. It is fun to talk about. It gets everybody excited, but it's not the point, essentially.
Yeah. I started with Obsidian. Obsidian was my note-taking tool. You don't need to configure too much in Obsidian, right? It's just a tool to write notes. I enabled Vim motions there, and I like them. But then when it came the time to configure all of that in Neovim, man, it was months. It was a lot of time that I had to invest into understanding what all of that LSP. I was like, what the hell is an LSP? Like in LazyVim, it has thousands of options, the distro, and it's like a lot of different key maps, and it's like it's a lot. But I don't think there's shortcuts when it comes to Neovim. You will suffer. You will have to.
Yeah. I tried Obsidian and I gave up and I just moved back to Notion. That's my summary of this whole thing. I don't care enough about Obsidian and my the months I need to spend to figure it out. It doesn't sync with my phone and I have to pay for it. And I mean, I got Notion. It works perfectly fine everywhere. It doesn't have emotions, but again, I'm not like a heavy note taker. I just need something that has bullet lists and works. So I don't really like. Yeah, I mean, I guess like it depends on your mindset. Like a lot of people like Obsidian because it's like markdown based thing, and you never lose a file or whatever. You can put it anywhere. But like if you think about it, I've been using Notion since Notion became a new thing. I never lost anything, never had a problem. It works, and I'm not worried about like them taking my files and giving them to someone. Everybody have our files anyways. It's not like
mine are in GitHub in a private repo, but
it's just all BS, honestly. Like it's overly like cautious person. I'm like, dude, they know who you are and where you live. It doesn't matter. unless you're trying to do something bad, stop being obsessed with this because it has no value. Like they know everything. So just do the right thing and keep going, man. This is why I'm like, I give up on the idea of like use Obsidian and make sure the files are stored on my local NAS here and only I can access it. It's not the internet. And I'm like, dude, I have gibberish. I have a list of like go buy groceries kind of thing. And I don't have task apps tools or anything. Just like if I remember it, great. If I don't, who cares? That's kind of how I approach these things these days.
Yeah. I don't care about it too much either because my notes are in GitHub because I keep them there for version control. In case I mess something up, I just want to have the ability to go back in time, right? But they're in GitHub, so they're not private anymore. It's just whatever. Before I had them in Google Drive, right? So that's even worse, or the same, right? So what's the point? Now, I have never used Notion, but have you heard about this tool called kindaVim that allows you to use Vim motions anywhere on your Mac?
Yeah, I heard of it. A friend of mine made a video about it like a week or so ago. Yeah, I've never tried it. It's kind of ironic because I make a lot of videos about Vim, but I'm not like Vim everywhere. I don't like use my car with Vim motions. I just like the most amount of typing happens for me when I'm coding. That's it. The thing for me is like the less typing, the better. That's the whole point. Like the less I have to do things, the better. And so I don't take a lot of notes. I don't like navigate a million things all day long. I'm pretty much either in my coding editor, my browser, or my chatting thing with my colleagues. That's it. That's all the things I use, right? Terminal already has Vim in it. And if I have to kind of do commands and whatever, I can find a way to do it. The browser has some Vim plugin that I have, kind of allows me to scroll and whatever. But I don't need like Vim to use like Spotify. I just want to play the song and keep going. It's not an obsession, right? Like the mouse is terrible and you should probably like stop using it, but it's not like if you use the mouse, you're gonna like have a heart attack and die, right? It's just the mouse.
I tried to go with the mouseless approach. Nah, I just went back to the mouse.
There's no point.
I went back to the mouse. I still have the application installed, but man, I rarely, from time to time, I remember, I have that installed, and I bring it up and I click somewhere. But I don't know. I just went back to the mouse, I think.
Have you ever like talked to someone who uses like their laptop mainly for work without like an external thing or whatever, external screens, like just a laptop, open and start working?
Yeah.
They usually rarely care about Vim or anything else. They just work because you have a trackpad very close, so you don't really need to figure out gymnastics to do anything. You can just use the trackpad, go up and down and select quickly. So the value that you get from like some of it, at least you get from using Vim, it's not even there because you can just jump anywhere with a simple scroll on your trackpad. It's still very comfortable. So in a way, like it depends on what makes you comfortable physically. Like if you use a crappy keyboard and you try to use Vim, you're probably going to end up in the same problem. Like the keyboard is going to hold you back because now you're like doing this and it's like very difficult to type. There's a lot of things behind just using Vim, right? The point is to be more ergonomic, comfortable, fast, and whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, if you have like those like tiny keyboards like that, and then you try to like use that to code, it just kind of defeat the purpose because it's still very uncomfortable.
The 34 keys keyboards, the Ferris sweep.
It's super cool for gaming because all you need like is 5 buttons just to move back and forth, whatever. But if you're actually writing and typing, whatever, it's not gonna help you. You need something comfortable, and if you have something comfortable, then what's the point of overdoing it? The point is to be comfortable, right? Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I've said it all the time. I'm not. There's a guy in Discord that swears by the Ferris sweep, and I'm like, no, man, I cannot.
It's the flat thing.
No. Yeah, well, and the things here, it doesn't have the row, the outer row for the pinky, right? So you lose a lot of modifier keys. So that's too much stuff just to be able to type an uppercase letter, in my opinion, right? Now, which keyboard do you have, by the way? You mentioned it's the Kinesis, right? Is it the one that Prime uses?
Yeah, I got this one. I don't know if you can see it.
Yep, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, it's the Kinesis 360 Pro or whatever. It's like a the Bluetooth version. I have two of them actually.
Oh, really?
In case this breaks, I have another one. In case the company fails, I still have another one.
Okay.
Just in case. This is supposed to last me my whole career. After this, my career is over. I don't no longer care, but I have to just in case. Yeah, I think this is the best keyboard on the planet. I don't think you can make anything better. It ends there. It doesn't matter what you have. This is the answer.
Yeah. Have you tried other ones? Which other ones have you used?
I have not, but I've landed on something that makes my work experience extremely comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't need to.
Mm.
It's not because the Prime makes videos on it, because there's a curve thing here. That is the selling point. And because it has an angle, so that's everything you need, really. Just like a curve that allows your fingers to get to the whatever thing you want to get to. And yeah, it's angled enough.
Have you tried this one?
That's cool, but the thumb cluster is not as comfortable as these ones.
No, it is not.
No.
And I just use two keys now. I just use these two. That's it. I don't use the other ones anymore.
That's the whole idea. The ones here, both keyboards have the same thing. But I can pretty much reach any of these ones here super quickly without having to do any gymnastics. Once my hand is on the keyboard, I don't have to move anything. And that's really the point.
Oh, is it to reach the ones on the outer side? I have always wondered about that keyboard because the thumb cluster doesn't seem too easy to reach.
Yeah, I can reach pretty much anything on the keyboard. That's the idea.
Okay.
So hey, an ad for the company. If you're looking for a keyboard, go buy Kinesis. It's the best investment in your life.
No, wait. They have to sponsor me before you go and buy it, so don't go yet.
Yeah, and sponsor him. Because it's just amazing.
And what about the switches? What type of switches do you have? Because I had a problem with the Glove 80. I had the red. I don't know about keyboards. Just so you know, I don't know about keyboards. This is the first split keyboard that I bought because I had pain in my forearm on the left hand, and this helped. This fixed it. Now I have pain in my fingers a little bit. It was worse, but the switches were harder. I got the softest switches that they offer, and that made it better for me. Have you had any experience with switches?
I'm using the brown switches because they're not too noisy and they're kind of soft enough, I guess. There's no preference. I don't really care. I don't like the blue ones. They're super noisy and kind of difficult to press. I just want something comfortable. I know there's like red and there's like a million other types that I don't really know how to say. I don't really know, man. I'm using the brown ones because that's the one that came with the keyboard. And also I know it's like in the middle of this whole spectrum thing, like blue super noisy, red super soft. I need something in the middle. It felt like the most like politically correct thing to buy.
Oh,
like let's get that one.
Can you switch them on that keyboard? Because on the one that I have, they're soldered. You cannot switch them.
I can. Yes. The other one actually I can easily. This one I'm not really sure because I said I have two. The latest one that they sent to me actually, it's like the Pro something whatever. That one I can do that. With this one, I don't really know. I haven't tried really, but there's no need. It's just comfortable enough. It's not too loud. And it doesn't press when I'm like, if I put my hand on it just like without doing anything, I don't want it to press anything. I tried red before, and when I do that, I'm like, why am I pressing stuff? I don't want to do that. I want something to hold my fingers without like being super soft and like pressing
really
stuff.
You still press it, because I put my hands here, right? But I rest them in the palm rest, so my fingers are just barely touching it, but I don't underpress them. Even these switches are the softest ones. They're like really soft and they're silent. I don't know. I like silent switches, I guess. I don't like the noise, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think I've tried super silent ones. I have the Apple one. It's like the thin one.
I love that one. The Apple Magic Keyboard, the one with the Touch ID.
I like it so much. It's just great. It's just not split. I can buy two of them and put them next to each other, and that works. But it's just like a keyboard that is like half a mile long.
And what happened? Why? Because that's my favorite keyboard as well, man. The Magic Keyboard with the Touch ID, not the one on the laptop. I prefer
that's the one,
the external one. Man, it's soft. I was fast. I was comfortable, but my arm hurt. So if they would make a split keyboard, and I would be down for it. Let me show you one that I just bought recently. Hold on. Corne Mint prototype. I don't know how this one is going to be. They're not taking orders anymore, but it's a prototype that they're going to be releasing. I'm not sure when they're gonna send it, but it's a corne, but it's flat. Look, here's the
What
regular
does corne means?
corne. I have no idea. I don't know what it means. It's just the model of the keyboard. I don't know where the word came from, but this looks flat enough, similar to like Magic Keyboard. I don't know how it's gonna be. I hope it's good.
Yeah. Well, let me know. It definitely looks pretty cool.
Yeah, but it has way too few keys, right? This one is only 42 keys. Did you ever get used to layers? Do you use layers or?
This is interesting. I don't use a lot of layers on this. You can program layers on this keyboard that I have right now, the Kinesis one. You can do a lot of things. I don't use layers, but I do have, like, my thumb clusters are not the default ones. I customized every single one of them. So I don't need layers, essentially, at least for my use case.
Mm-hmm.
So I have, like, I don't know if I can show you with this one. This is like the other one. So the delete guy here is actually the hyper key. And allows me, opens up pretty much shortcuts to everything I want, like switching between apps or whatever, just like a press of a button for me. I don't need any fancy window manager or anything because it's just hyper, whatever the name of the tool I'm using. And then on the other keyboard, like this one here, and then, so I have like the combination, like, you know, have like Command Shift P to open up the command tool, whatever, on like VS Code or even Ghostty or whatever. So I have a combination, like each one of those can be like two things, two major keys, like a shift plus command or shift control command something. And that's how I use it, which opens up more possibilities for shortcuts. So I don't really think I need more options, I guess, for me.
Okay.
Definitely a skill issue. Yeah, it's totally a skill issue. I just don't know how to use all of the things, man.
He's so rude. This Why So Serious guy is so rude. No, he's saying skill issue because he always tells me skill issue that the Ferris sweep, which is the keyboard that has way too many keys. I tell him, no, man, that defeats the purpose of writing, because to type an uppercase letter, he has to type like a combination, like do a lot of movements just to be able to type an uppercase letter. So it's no, and his response is always skill issue. But yeah. And how do you feel when you move from the Kinesis keyboard to your MacBook keyboard? Do you feel a huge difference there?
I have to take the keyboard with me anywhere.
Oh, that's the problem.
So I bought the keyboard originally because I have like pain in my wrist, right? It wasn't just me trying to be cool or like I saw the Prime engine. I was literally medically in pain. Like I just don't know what to do with this. Similar to actually the Prime, like it's kind of similar story. I play bass. And so when you play bass, you have like this, right? It's just very bad posture for years. It took me years to learn, like you can actually do it differently. And so, and you type as well. So it was just too painful. I had to find a solution and this was it. And now it's very difficult to type on anything else, not because it's cute. It's just because I physically can't. So I have to take this with me. And if I can't take it with me, I usually never type or just like a couple things and emails or whatever, like a very few things. I can't code on a keyboard like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah, same happened to me. I used to see these keyboards and I was like $400 or $500 in a keyboard. And I was like, no, that's where I draw the line. And I was like, no, man, no.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy one of those. But pain eventually made me do it. So I didn't have a choice either.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because it also took me like many years to learn that I'm wrong because I was full of it. The thing that I will never negotiate when it comes to work is my chair, the monitor, and the keyboard. I will invest a lot of money in those things before anything else. The computer itself is nice and everything, but the whole point is like you look at something all day long, it has to look good. You type all day long, you have to be comfortable, and you sit all day long, you have to be comfortable in that way. And for me, like it is expensive. Save up for it or whatever, but like try to invest in these three things just to make sure you're able to do the job comfortably for a long time. Developers sit for like 8 hours a day at least,
Yeah.
if you're like a normal person, and that's a lot of sitting. And you type for most of it. It's a lot of typing.
Yeah.
If you have a bad monitor in front of you, like maybe like it's not bright enough, it's not sharp enough, or whatever, your eyes will start to hurt.
Yeah,
So
but when you're young, none of that matters, right? Because when you're young, you can type for
you
hours and it
don't
could be
know.
a crappy keyboard, a $10 keyboard, and you're
Yeah.
like, man, what do these old guys talk about? I'm in my prime. This doesn't affect me, but man, hold on, wait. You get older, you're gonna start to feel it. And have you tried the standing desks? Did you try that?
Yeah, I got one here. I don't use it much as a standing desk, to be honest.
Yeah,
It,
just
it wobbles.
the first few
And
days, right?
yeah, I just don't find it very friendly. I even tried the walking thing underneath it, like the treadmill,
Mhm.
and I was like, this is too much. I just can't do it that way. So I stand up whenever I'm like just need to move a little bit, but it's usually like just on the sitting mode.
Yeah, we all try because I suffer from back pain. Man, I'm wondering, do everyone that does this suffer from back pain? I guess most of us do. But I tried the standing desk as well. I bought it and it was like, okay, this is the solution to my problems. First, it was the chair. I bought what was it? One of the Herman Miller ones, Embody,
Yep,
and
that's the one I
that's gonna
have.
be my solution. The Embody. I bought it. Was not. Then was like, okay, standing desk, that's the solution. I bought it.
Mhm.
I used it for, I don't know, a month standing. I don't even have it plugged in. With that, I tell you everything. I have not used it. I just use it as a normal desk now. But I
Yeah,
guess physical activity is a huge key, right? Because, man, it's,
yeah. That's it's a combination of all of them. None of them will fix the problem. It's all of them combined, and the physical activity. You kind of need to do some stretching or workout or whatever, as much as you can. If you have the space, I have like a yoga mat next to me, and every like couple hours, I have like a routine that I follow. It's like 10 minutes.
mhm,
Some random app that kind of shows me like a full body stretching thing,
mhm.
and I try to do it as much as I can. Um, this kind of helps, but add to that a good chair, good table, like desk, whatever, a good screen, a good posture. All that combined will end up being a
Yeah,
good experience.
everything. Yep.
Usually, if you sit for a long time, there's like a thing called sciatic nerve.
Oh, yeah. I
When
suffered
that
from
hurts,
that, man. I was
yeah,
scared.
there's stretches that you can do to help, and I had to, figure out what to do with it for years, and that was the solution: just posture, but then the stretches, and it works. You really have the pain if you continuously do it.
Yeah.
And it's true, actually. The older you get, the more stretches you need to do, and less like crazy. You just have to do it. Essentially, you have to stretch more and
Yeah.
and do more intense physical activities. I don't know where I saw this, but like I think like some video somewhere. It's like if you need to have like a healthy body when you're 80, you kind of need to have like a ton of muscles when you're like 20 something. It's like to able to sustain a good healthy lifestyle when you're older. I don't think I'm gonna be that healthy when I'm older, but I think like I'm trying to kind of keep things going, I guess.
Yeah. Especially at this age, you start noticing that stuff start to fail already and you have to take care of it because it's just gonna get
Yep.
worse and worse, man. It's like it's not gonna get any better. And
No.
I'm getting concerned. I suffered from the sciatica. One day, I don't know, it just hit me and it didn't go away. And I couldn't move my leg, the left leg. And I was like, what the hell is happening? I couldn't even stretch. I couldn't do yoga. I couldn't do anything. So
Hmm.
I was really scared because it was really painful. It's horrible. So my wife told me, let's go to swim because she used to swim and I didn't swim. So now she forces me to go to swim 2 days a week.
Yeah.
That helped a lot. That, man,
Hmm.
that was the solution for me specifically, right? But
Yeah. 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 It's always gonna be just some sort of a workout. It's
yeah,
kind of ironic, but like the majority of the problems, like we see this, like this kind of problems end up being like some sort of a workout that will help you. Because you
yeah,
sit for a long time, the muscles are not balanced. Like some of them are working, some of them are not. So like the lower back muscles will end up being weaker and weaker the more you sit, and you kind of need to kind of balance that. And the thing with your body, if like one side is stronger than the other because we sit weird or we move in a very strange way, they compensate in a healthy way. You kind of need to figure out a way to keep everything kind of balanced, or else the compensation will end up hurting some other thing. And this is why squats is super important, because if you don't do that, all the pressure end up being on a different type of muscles, like lower back, for example. You end up in lower back pain because it's doing two jobs instead of one.
Do you ever feel like you don't have time to do exercise? It's like, okay, so to me, it's like addictive, the computer. And it's like, I don't want to do that right now. I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to waste 15 minutes doing stretches. Hell no. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'll continue. And I just don't do it. And I wish I could be more disciplined to do it. Swim, yes, I go, but that's not enough. I still have to do stretches and all that stuff. Does it happen to you?
No.
No, you do it?
I changed with time, but I treat physical activities as a debt. Just like you have to eat, you have to work out. There's no option. There's no way out of it. You'll die, essentially. That's how I think of it. It's a very extreme way to do it, but it works. But I don't also like work many hours like before. I work from 8 to 4. And then after this, like my daughter is knocking on my door and like, I'm out of here. And then usually just go plays in the gym with me. I have a garage gym, so I go work out here right now in my house, essentially. And I don't have to go anywhere. And so that's how I do it. It's just usually like 30 minutes after work, and then get to do a quick workout and then come back and continue the other stuff. But I try never to work on anything after 4 p.m., like code-wise.
No videos?
Like 4 or 5.
No videos, nothing.
I never record. I never do anything at night. At night, like after 4 p.m., they say 5 p.m., I guess. It's just family and us time. I don't really, like, I love coding, and I think it's super fun. And I had my fair of like spending days and nights coding, but I don't think I ever want to do it again that way, because it ended up being like a job instead of like, it is a job, but it ended up being this like too much, like you have to keep some balance. If you like to do other things in life, you have to give them space.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm trying to make this channel grow, and man, it is painful and it is a battle, because people just tell me, oh man, you just video after video after video, but they don't know that, man, it consumes hours and hours and hours. It's a lot of work. So I don't have too much of a balance at the moment, and I don't like it. I wish I could have that. I'm not disciplined to have that balance.
Well, I guess like it depends on what's the reason. Like, when you start YouTube, you watch a lot of videos to know what to do, but then at some point you land on this idea that you're in it for the long run and not for like the quick win. Some people make like 2 videos and get like 1 million subscribers. Some people make 1 million videos and make 2 subscribers, and it just whatever it is. Like if you find the good content, a good like idea you want to talk about, people will like it. But one thing you forget about is like, it's not just the YouTube thing. If you look at my YouTube channel and my Twitter, they're very close in numbers, because just the people I talk to on Twitter, they like to see the videos I make. And it's just like real humans I'm talking to, and they know me most likely. And that's the whole point. And obviously, I'm not putting the effort that other people put in their videos. But for me, it's like, it has to be fun. If it's not fun, you're just going to give up very soon. It becomes so difficult. And then 2 years from now, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I'm out. You don't want this thing to become like a second job, essentially. You want to keep it fun, enjoyable, whatever it is. And don't like stress on like the perfection side of it. It just doesn't matter. People will watch like two minutes of your videos, even if it's like 15 minutes, and they get bored and move on. Attention span is too small. So like find the idea, make it, put it out, and then move on. There's a guy who started a channel like I think 2 months ago. You had an interview with him, like I think the last one. He's a young guy.
Sylvan Franklin.
Yeah,
Timothy.
I discovered him by by mistake, and I was like, I like this guy. I just want this guy to blow up, because I think He's the exact description of what I'm trying to say. Have fun with the damn thing and don't give a shit about everything else. Put the videos out there and move on. And he's seeing success because of this. And that's the whole idea. It does not matter. You don't need like a $5,000 camera or $2 million microphone. Just do the thing you want to do and don't care.
Yeah.
And he's doing fantastic. And
Yeah.
I honestly wish him to like get like up there with this, because he's the ultimate description of what if like I kind of beat the system kind of thing. I just do the videos, upload them, and move on, and don't care much.
He's having
I really
fun.
like that.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Enjoy it. Like enjoy the videos and just don't obsess. And that's why I like his videos. And you know, I wish him all the success, obviously. But that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
You fell in the trap, the Vimothy trap. So when he posts a short, you watch it, and sometimes it's like, what is this kid talking about? And it's funny because he talks a lot.
Yeah. It's just fun. I mean, I don't think like some of the stuff he shares is pretty much, if you read the docs, you can talk about them. But that's the idea. Like, it's like a mix of sarcasm and some useful information and opinion and stuff. And it's not over. Like, he doesn't think too much about it. He just hit record, get it done, upload it. And the thing is, like, he uploads a lot of videos.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other side of the story, right? If you are too noisy, people will notice. If you're less noisy, your quality has to be extremely high to catch attention.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're somewhere in the middle, then you can be okay, and you can have like, you can keep doing this for a long time, but you won't burn out. The idea is just be somewhere in the middle. If you have a lot of time, obviously do whatever you want. If you don't have a lot of time, just be very careful with what you're doing and intentional. And if you make videos that you don't want to watch, then don't make them.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point. If YouTube is your career, that's a different story. But if you're making videos with the intention at some point to, make it something, then make the videos that you would like to watch.
Yeah.
And make them just because you have to make them.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like sponsorships, because now I have to make them. And I don't want to have to make anything, right? I don't care enough.
I wish, for example, if Notion would reach out, I don't use Notion, but if they would reach out and tell me, hey, put a 60-second video, put a 60-second ad in this interview, I'll put it. I don't care. I'm like, yeah, let's do it, even if I don't use it,
Yeah.
But people is still going to get the value out of this interview, out of the video, right? So
Yeah. I guess like the best ad you can make is for something you actually use without really, like if I use, like, for example, Raycast. I love Raycast, right? And I've kind of used it in my own way. And I talk about it a lot in my videos because it's fantastic. They don't need to reach out to me to tell me like, here's some money to make videos. I'm not going to make videos because I think it's pretty cool. If they give me money, fantastic. If not, I think it's still great. And honestly, I think people are more interested in this genuine thing than trying to like push more stuff on people.
Oh yeah,
like, buy this and subscribe to that. Why do you use Raycast? Because it's awesome, man. Look at it. It's such a cool thing. And that's the vibe that people are interested in these days. And if you look at the numbers and like, the different YouTube stats and whatever, the more authentic stuff is the more getting more attention than the super crazy fancy stuff.
Yeah.
There's normal people saying normal things.
Yeah. I have watched a few videos in which you just watch an ad. One guy it's a new channel that came out recently, and he started no sponsorships, but as soon as he started getting sponsorships, the video was basically an ad, a full ad. I just felt disconnected. I was like, no, I know that the new video is going to be an ad. I just stopped watching it because I don't want to watch someone. No, not another video. Well, but something interesting happened with Fireship, according to Sylvan, that it was bought by a private equity. I don't know. I have no idea if it happened or not, but it seems like it.
Well, the guy behind Fireship is amazing, actually. If you watch his interview, he's a very nice guy.
Yep.
I don't know him personally, but I've seen his videos, obviously. I don't see the problem with what he's doing. I mean, yes, it ads, but it's his business. Like, this is how he makes money, right? So whether he sells it or does ads or whatever, I think at his level, honestly, he deserves it. If he made like millions of dollars and now he's just making ads, I'm like, who cares? He has a nice family and he's having fun.
Yeah.
And so
if he made it all the way up there, that's what I told the guys in Discord.
Crap, yeah.
If he made it all the way up there, well, he can do whatever he wants. It depends on where you're at in life, right? Like, let's say that you have 3 kids, you need to send them to college, you need money, you don't enjoy doing YouTube anymore. It's like, whatever, I'll just sell the channel, doesn't matter, right? But if you still enjoy it, if it gives you enough money, you want to continue doing it, why sell it, right? So
Yeah.
it depends on where you're at in life at that point.
Yeah, I agree with the person who shared it in the chat here. He should probably tell people like I'm doing that, obviously. But still, like, I guess like at his level of like couple million subscribers and just a massive channel, I mean, he can do whatever he wants, really.
Yeah.
AI stuff is obviously the trend now. Say AI next to anything, people will like it and watch it because it's gonna save them, I guess. He's following a trend, and the truth is, like, people are watching his videos more and more because of that.
Yeah.
He's winning. We're not. Like, that's the point. Like, yes, we hate his videos because it's all AI, but at the end of the day, we're watching it. That's why we know he's winning and we're not.
Yeah, that's true. Now, you mentioned as well that you play the bass, and in your videos, I have noticed that you have a lot of instruments in the background,
Yeah.
not just bass guitars.
Yeah.
Are they bass guitars? Is that how you call them?
I play guitars and I play bass and guitars. So I'm originally like a bass player. I played the bass for many, many years, and recently I picked up guitars, acoustic, classical, electric, whatever. But if I'm playing in a band, I'm playing bass. I haven't played in bands for years. I had a death metal band for the majority of my life, so just like a death metal. It's the best. But then with kids and getting tired and whatever, I just had to change things, and I stopped doing all of that. So now I just play at home every now and then whenever I can. But I do play music, yeah, and we played a lot of like psychedelic music as well, swans and whatever. It's just all kind of things. Yeah, I do like music.
Oh yeah. What music do you listen to? Because I was talking to yesterday or the day before, I don't remember. I don't listen to music anymore because I'm not open to listening to new music, but I'm tired of listening to the music that I have listened for years, like,
Yep.
So I just don't listen to any music anymore. Has that happened to you?
I listen to music from morning till night.
Oh,
so
yeah?
I'm like, I can't do anything without music.
Oh, okay.
But I guess like the thing for me that changed is I come from a time where you had to buy CDs back then.
Yep.
So like now, obviously, you can pretty much access any music you want. And so for me, there is a list of bands that I constantly like keep track of. But because of like things like Spotify, the recommendation is decent, I guess, in some cases. I like bands like Opeth, like Porcupine Tree, like Pink Floyd, like that kind of vibe. Tiamat, Hypocrisy, some weird crap like that. Like I had like a lot of different styles, I guess. And if you play music, you probably have to listen to like jazz as well, like Jaco Pastorius or Victor Wooten or whatever. It's a mix of things. There's no specific recommendation. I actually think you should listen to whatever you like to listen to. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
And you listen to death metal when you're coding, like, and you.
When I'm coding, I like to listen to kind of sometimes electronic, sometimes like post rock or something like just vibey, I guess.
Okay.
Just like got like some playlist, and I'll just go with them. Whatever comes there, I'll listen to it. There's nothing really specific, I guess, but I do want to have some music going. That's the idea.
Okay. Yeah. I also, but then when one of the songs that I don't recognize starts sounding, it's like, no, I don't want to listen to that. Let me go back to Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits.
Yeah.
Play that one. Then it starts a radio and all of my songs come in and it's just the same over and over. And nah, I don't know. I don't know what to listen to.
Yeah. They get like repetitive with Spotify. If you play a certain type of kind of music for a while, they just give you the same stuff over and over. So you kind of have to be intentional to pick up stuff. One thing I've done is like, if you pick up any song or any playlist, if you scroll all the way down, let's say you pick a band, if you scroll all the way down, they show you like what other people are listening to or what
Oh, I
bands
haven't
also
used
like
that.
section. So you find like new bands that are similar to whatever you're listening to, and you pick up new bands from there. That's something I've been doing to kind of find new bands.
That's a good idea. Interesting idea. Now, for
Yeah.
people that is just wanting to know you a little bit better, you mind sharing your background? Like, how did it all start? The IT related stuff. Like, did you study systems engineering or computer science, however it's called in your country? What?
I did study computer science. I actually studied telecommunication engineering and then computer science. So a bunch of stuff. I have a computer science degree. I got it like 15, 16 years ago. Back when like you learn Java. That's it. So yeah, I had that, and then obviously I've been working in this industry since. It's my background, computer science. Yeah.
And telecommunications, so you have a heavy networking background. Then
yeah, we used to like build PCBs and connect and build stuff, hardware stuff. I changed it though to like a computer science when I realized I probably won't have jobs in my country because it's mostly like software. There's not a lot of massive telecommunication companies. But then I fell in love with computer science, obviously, and ended up being the thing for me. I like tech in general. I like, computer science is great because you're kind of forced to learn things all the time. And if you're a learner by heart, it's like the perfect job for you. You kind of have to keep learning things. If you find joy in learning, then that's like the perfect job because every day there's a new thing. So I keep telling people like I never work. I'm pretty much always like getting paid to play with stuff.
With the stuff that you like.
It's just super fun. And like, oh, I built this. It works in front of my eyes. I don't have to wait for anything. Right? So it's like a game. There is obviously this side of it where it's like not just a game, but in general, it's like really fun. If you found a job that is actually not too bad. So yeah, computer science is fantastic.
And you mentioned, well, no. Have you had any issues with social media? Like, do you fall in the social media trap, like doom scrolling, Twitter, and all of the other platforms?
Sometimes. I'm mainly on Twitter and YouTube. I doom scroll sometimes when I'm bored, but it's not like I don't use like Facebook. I have Facebook for selling stuff on their marketplace, but I don't really have anything else like Instagram or whatever. I like sometimes like if I have downtime and I want to burn time, just to scroll a bit. But I don't know. Like I guess I'm normal. Like it's not like everybody else. It's not like superpower. Like I never doom scroll. I don't do anything weird. Like just whatever. Like
yeah, but it doesn't go out of control. It's something that it's manageable, right?
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Mostly it doesn't because I don't have like a lot of time free usually. I'm always like either with family or working. My free time is usually very intentional and very like scheduled time. Like when you get married, for example, or you have a partner and you have kids, you don't have a lot of free time. So you kind of have to schedule that free time. And if you have it, you have to be super focused on what you want to do with it because you don't have the leverage of getting like 7-8 hours to do whatever you want. So like playing music, you have to schedule the 30 minutes of you playing something. You can't just like sit down like before and do whatever you want for 20 hours. It's insane. Yeah.
Okay. Now, before we jump into the demo, because I just want to see your workflow. Do you still have a little bit time left, or you have to drop soon?
No, I'm good with time.
Okay. Because there's a part in the video in which I just wanna, if you wanna share your workflow, because I can ask you all the questions like, what terminal do you use, and well, then color scheme. It's easier if you just show it and you just guide us through your workflow, right? But before we jump into that, I would like to ask you just a few other questions, maybe something more on the philosophical side of things or personal. I don't know what the category is, but do you have any thoughts on drugs and alcohol?
I don't do either. I never drink or never do any drugs or anything. I haven't done this for many, many, many years, and I don't like them. Yeah, I don't find anything that will mess up my brain in any shape, way, or form useful.
Mm-hmm.
That's my strategy, my kind of idea behind this. Like, alcohol will make me do things that I would not do in normal life, and drugs is probably the same. So, and I think, like, even scientifically, both of these things are proven that to harm you more than to benefit you. So what's the point?
Yeah, alcohol.
Same
My
with
wife.
the smoking and alcohol and drugs. Nope.
Yeah, my wife was sharing a study with me about alcohol and how damaging it is to your brain and everything, because it's just killing you basically, right? You use alcohol to kill stuff, right? To
Yeah.
kill bacteria and all that stuff, but the same thing happens to your brain and your body and all that stuff. So I did it for a long time, and I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell people don't do it, because who am I to tell them, what to do? But my general advice is don't do it. Based on my experience.
Yeah. The way I think of it as well is like, if the thing you're about to do is something your kid's doing, then do it.
Good point.
That's it. It's just like, oh, I want to do drugs. I'm like, cool. Are you okay with your children doing drugs? No, then don't do it.
That's a really, really,
That's it.
really interesting
Convincing
way of looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you care deeply about your kids, right? And
Yeah.
you just you want to see them as great as humanly possible. It's clear that, we have a lot of boundaries around what you can say and why you should say it or why you shouldn't say it, and being as correct as possible so you never offend any human being ever. But then there's things that are just too simple to think about. Like, it just doesn't require any magical thing or any social thing, or just basic human things, right? If the thing you're doing is harmful for anything, for you or for others, then it's probably not a smart thing to do. Now, does this mean like never touch alcohol ever? No. I mean, if you're sitting if you're with your partner somewhere grabbing dinner and a glass of wine, do that. 20 glasses of wine, probably don't do that. But, everything within balance is decent. I mean, drugs, I don't think for me is useful. I don't know a lot about it anyways. I know people use like mushrooms or whatever. I don't even know if this is considered drugs, but I don't see the value of any of that stuff. But generally speaking, I just don't have any interest in them.
Awesome. Okay. And what about God? What about a supreme being? Do you have any thoughts there?
Yeah, I'm a Christian. I think Jesus is God. That's it. The answer. Yeah, I believe in God, and I believe that Jesus is God. So I've been in so many different seasons where I was an atheist for the longest, and then I was a Satanist for some time as well, full on Satanist, like crazy. And then I became a Christian, and then I had certain experiences that made me feel like this is the way for me, and then I continued with it, and that's how I live.
And what happened? So, you want to share, or you want to keep it private?
That's like it's not private, but that's like a 3 hours conversation. It's not like it'll be another stream, but yeah, I have a story. And crazy. I actually moved to America to go to a Bible school. I didn't move here to become a software engineer and be here. I moved to study the Bible, and then ended up being a pastor for a couple of years, and then got married, and then things changed, and then I decided to get back to full-time software. So yeah, the answer is yes, I do believe in God.
Interesting. Yeah, I was an agnostic too, way long ago. Then I did drugs and crazy life, man. Now I was completely lost, and God helped me, took me out of where I was. That's what I think happened, and I know that's what happened. That's what I think that's what happened. But was not in the religion that I was raised in. I was raised as a Christian, of course, because I'm in Guatemala. Everyone here is Christian. But no, some guy from India sold my wife a book that helped me. No one here knows about Krishna and all that stuff, but to me, that's what clicked, but
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna preach to you about because this is this is a different conversation. I think what I'm gonna say is you have your experiences, I guess, and I guess if it's making you a better person, continue with it. It really depends on what you want to do. For me personally, as somebody who just try to live as Christian as I can, potentially, if you can even say that, there are things that I would say that would make you feel like, why you're imposing this on me, why you're telling me this, but I wouldn't, not going to do that here and now, and I don't think I should be doing that. But it's a search, right? It's every person is searching for some truth, and at some point you land on something.
Yeah.
Most religions, if you go deep in them too much, they try to tell you that we are correct and everything else is wrong, whatever it is. But the public thing is just telling you like, oh, we're all good, we're all same, we're all leading to the same thing and whatever, because they're too scared of telling you in your face that you're wrong and I'm right. And so they try to make it as cute as possible by saying, look, we're all fine, everybody's correct. That's BS. That's not everybody's correct. No, something has to be wrong somewhere, right? But that's kind of where the world is at the moment. Whatever religion you end up believing in, if you go deep in it, you end up thinking like, I'm true and everybody else is wrong. Is this correct? Is this not correct? I have no idea, man. All I know is that when I'm dead, I'm gonna meet a God and I'm gonna ask him like, hey, show me the movie, man. How the heck did this whole thing happen? And just show me the whole thing. Season 1, 2, 3 to a million. How did this whole thing happen? The earth, the people, the whatever. And if I die and everything was wrong, like the whole faith that I believe in is incorrect, then I'll die happy, because like the faith I believe in makes me feel peace. So I'm like, cool, man. I use this. I'm at peace all the time, I guess. Like I'm content.
Yeah.
And great. And if I die and there's nothing, like, well, I lived good. So who cares?
It made me a better person, right?
Yeah. And if I die and there is something, and that something is whatever I believe in, I'm like, dude, I got it right.
I did it. Yeah. I was the one that was right.
It's a win-win, right? And if I was wrong, I'm like, I'm still happy. So whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not always happy, but the idea, like, it's an experiment, I guess. It's just you live, you try to be good for others and good for yourself, and you live in a state where you're a useful human being, and then add value to your community and go from there.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let's see. Show us what you got then. If you want to share your screen and just walk us through your workflow, the IDE, your color scheme, and all that stuff.
So my terminal is Ghostty. I've been using it since it was released.
Hold on. I'm gonna be stopping you from time to time. Sorry. So why Ghostty, and what were you on before?
I used Kitty for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I switched to Ghostty when they released it, mainly because it just felt faster and it's very simple. And it does everything you want to do. I don't have like a deep opinion about what you should use and why you should use it, as long as it renders things correctly and it's fast enough. Alacrity is great, which I also used for a long time. I used iTerm, and I used them all. But this one feels like the kind of the nicest. It also renders the font nicely and the colors like sharp. So yeah, if you ever like look at different terminals, you see that the colors are usually like kind of
some of them are washed away.
Yeah. That's why I like this one. But they're all kind of fast. Like there's nothing really like, oh my gosh, this is too slow. Like what is this?
Yeah.
If you're using the stock terminal, yes, it is bad. But if you're using like any of these things, they're all kind of similar in their own way. So I don't think I have any special configuration here. I don't usually use 20 pixels for font. This is just for the stream. I usually use Groovebox that comes in it as well.
Now,
and yeah,
there's a myth going around that Groovebox is only for old people. Would you say that is inaccurate, or would you say that's true?
No, it's not true. It's just a color, man. Like, it's just something that looks good on your eyes.
Yeah. Why so serious? The guy in the chat also uses gruvbox, and he's young, but he has an old man soul. I guess that's why. So you use it because it's easier on your eyes, right? Do you feel high contrast themes a little bit more painful?
I don't know. I haven't used anything else since forever. So I just find this to be easy to look at and dark enough. And I don't know. Like I've had like other options, like I guess it's not the terminal. In terms of terminal, I always default to this one. It's just consistent. It works everywhere the same way, and the colors are easy to look at. And yeah, it's just nice. I don't have a lot of opinion about why I like this more than the others. There's a lot of other ones that are super good, like cappuccino or whatever.
Yep.
I just don't like the blue color. Like when you have like a color that looks blue in a way, like cappuccino or others. I just don't like that look. I like this kind of blackish look. That's why I use it. Yeah, and just very basic things. That's the cool thing about Ghostty, actually. There's not a lot you can do here. Just basic stuff. And, yeah, just some padding. It's very basic configuration, really. I use, obviously, tmux. And actually, it's interesting. I've been trying not to use tmux for a while. And I honestly turned it on right now just to show you this thing that I have here. But I've been kind of working without tmux for like a couple of weeks, and I have not missed it.
Oh, really?
I probably will stop using it.
I've thought about that too. But what about sessions? Do you use tmux sessions or no?
I have my own thing here. I can switch sessions or whatever. I have a small script. I can show you my tmux. So I got like I don't even know what to look at. I guess these two things. I can search for sessions and search for windows with these two things. So I can like do this and then switch between windows, and then this to switch between sessions. I have one now. That's as far as it goes. And then I use some pop-ups sometimes, like this.
Oh, for the lazygit?
Yeah, but I also like kind of stopped using lazygit for a long time now. I mostly either use the terminal or use git tower, which is an actual GUI. Yes, unfortunately, it's not like this.
And
it works.
And why did you stop using lazygit?
When I'm reviewing code, I'm usually using the mouse. I'm scrolling, right? Like, oh, this is cool, and that's cool. That's how I review code. That's how most people review code. You're not like doing this and moving things around. You're just reading. And so I'm like, I have no problem looking at a GUI if it works really well. And the whole Git integration is amazing. So what's the point of not using that? Yes, I can use the keyboard, but when I'm having like a bunch of conflicts and things that are tricky and there's a lot of code, especially with AI, like every PR is like a million file. So you have to kind of take your time to go through it. I found that Git Tower has a very nice interface and it works nicely. And yeah, it works. I don't know, like just a very nice workflow. If I'm in Vim, we have like Git here. This, I think it's like a fugitive. Works great. And I have Git signs, obviously. So there are some options, but it really depends what I'm doing and where I'm doing it.
And why are you moving away from tmux? You want to go more minimal, or
it's a theme I've been going with, actually, even with Neovim. Every now and then I look at my Neovim config and try to remove something. That's how I've been doing this. So now the next thing for me, I guess, is tmux. Am I really using it the way it should be used? And if so, can I live without it? And so I'm noticing that I actually can live without it. Because if I'm working at my job, for example, I have like a project or maybe two things open, right? And I don't have like 17 different projects that I need to switch between every 3 seconds. I don't do that, right? Nobody does that. You usually have like a terminal and like two more things, and that's pretty much it. So I don't need that, right? And with Ghostty, I can open this actually and say like split down, and there you go, right? And if I Actually, I can just do it this way. And if I want to like, I can do all the things here. I don't really need to do anything more than that. And I can also have like a shortcut for that, right? I can split. And usually it ends up being just a split. Like that's all the thing I'm doing. And there's not like a million projects. But if I do need to jump to a different thing completely, I can just use like Zoxide, like Z, whatever, right? To config, for example. That's how I switch quickly. I don't have a session per project and a session per whatever. I kind of stopped doing that. I don't know if this is good for me or bad for the workflow, but it's the same really. And one thing as well, like tmux is a thing that runs in the background. And I read this somewhere. I don't know if it's true or false, but it like with ghostty, for example, ghostty does have like, there's some like benefits of not having a layer on top of your terminal to do things, whether it's like font rendering or whether it's color rendering or general performance. I think like using the thing without tmux is probably better.
Yeah, feels snappier as well. Yeah.
I'm not like religious about it as like no, never, or like the kitty guy who basically hate tmux, or I don't have a problem with it. I think it's super, super great. I love tmux, but I'm experimenting, I guess, see if I can live without it. And so far it seems like I can. And maybe I'll just stop using it. If I need tabs, I can open tabs, right? And you can. It's not like a sin, right? Oh my gosh, you open a tab. How dare you?
How dare you? Yeah.
You can customize how it looks as well. And yeah, so for tmux, I have this, something that I created, and I added this to it. I have a plugin. I don't know if you can see my screen here.
I see your browser right now.
Oh, perfect. So I wanted to show this actually, is for people who keep asking me about it. I have a tmux thing here, this. So I created the plugin based on some other one, which is this one, to give credit to the person. This guy here, or whoever this person created this tmux tokunite thing. So I used that as a base for whatever I created, and essentially it ended up being a theme. So right now, this is what I have. It's like a more for like a tmux, for like a gruvbox thing. If you use gruvbox, this is how it looks like. The same colors and whatever. And I added some functionalities to add like things like that. So it shows me the branch. It shows me
the git status.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Oh, okay. But that's tmux. I thought it was Lua-line. So it's tmux. So the plugin you created gives you that Lua-line look at the bottom.
Yeah,
right.
That's the point. This is what I see with it. I think it just takes like a couple lines. I have like this one, and then I have these options. So essentially I can add like it's like light or dark, and I can add, if I want to show the path, I could show the full path if I want to. And then anyways, yeah, you can just see the docs. It shows you what you can do with it. Essentially it's just a kind of a copy of that tokunite one with a couple of features.
Okay.
With Vim, I mean, there's a lot to talk about with Vim, but maybe
use the snags. That's snags, right?
Yeah. There's not a lot of things going on here, and I'm trying to eliminate more and more actually. So AI, I actually recently started using what is it? This
Super Maven. Okay, I haven't tried it. It's the autocomplete, right?
Yeah, I think it's nice. Most of the AI heavy lifting is being done with opencode anyways, but I wanted like something that does like a co-pilot thing. For colors, Blink is for my autocomplete. And I have, this is the theme that I always use. But I also have another version that I created actually. Oh, by the way, I did create this one as well. So I can change them here to show you. Color scheme, forest night. I did create this the other day. It's on my GitHub. Also, I have cappuccino fork. This one. People like this one for some reason. Yeah, but this is like the one I use the most.
Groupbox, okay.
And the Groovebox material. Yeah, for formatting or whatever. Conform, DAP, just DAP. Extra is where I put all the things that I just don't want to know where to put them. Just throw things here and try things out. So like things never changed. The idea is like most of my configuration has been the same for years now. I just never touch it. I play with themes, but that's as far as it goes. Yeah, these are like the most common ones. Like this one, I pretty much rarely use these days. This one helps you with the tabs, I guess, or the buffer type. LazyDev, Flash. I mean, I'm really not using most of these things. That's the irony of it. Like this one here, I'm not using it that much anymore.
No.
Persistence is something I like a lot. It helps me exit and come back to the same spot quickly. Minivim, I toggled this a couple days ago, but I had like the default one for some time where it's like very basic. And I was like, oh, let's play with this one. So I switch these basic things every now and then just for visual change, but I usually rarely change anything. This is back from the Kitty days. Show key is pretty cool, actually. This is either UT. So I can show the key things here. Yeah. For Git, I got the two most used ones, Git signs and huge div. But yeah, I rarely use this again or this. It's here if I ever want to use it, but it's not like I'm actively using those. Laravel, these are some plugins I developed actually. Laravel
really?
one. And I created the one for PHP refactoring and simple markdown. I can show them, I guess. It's here. Not to like plug my own work, but you know, I think it's nice. I have this one. I have this one. And this one.
So this is like to have nice experience for
support for these tools.
Laravel and stuff.
Yep. So this is a Laravel plugin. It has pretty much a ton of things for Laravel, like just a lot of stuff essentially. It's a pretty big one. Yeah, it's gonna be. There's not like a very extensive Laravel support in Neovim. There's another plugin that is amazing, but I'm using this because I think. I've been leading a team who's developing with this. One moment, please. Yeah, and so I built this specifically to use it, and I made it for me essentially, and it ended up being like a useful thing. There's a lot of features in it, very extensive.
Which LSP do you use for PHP? Why so serious?
Intelephense.
Okay.
Seems to be the best.
Okay, I tried to set that up, and I had a little bit of pain because I took a PHP course in university, and I was like, okay, I wanna. There's intelephense or phpactor, and I was like, nah, I couldn't do it. I don't know what I ended up using in the long run. But you have a video about that, right?
I did make a video about it. I think both are great. Intelephense is a paid one. It's I had better experience with it. Yeah, it's not too hard to use, actually. You just need to put the license key in the right spot and make sure to read it whenever you try to use the LSP.
So you have to have a license key. So if you don't have a license key, it doesn't work then?
You could use it without that. This is what I did to make it work. So I read the license key manually and then pass it in. That's all I had to do, and now it works.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the Laravel plugin. I also have this one. This is a very simple one. Essentially, it creates a file dependent on whatever file type you have. So if you're creating a new Go file, you create a file that is like Go file with the right package name, if that makes sense. For example, if you write PHP, it creates a PHP file with this open question mark thing, whatever. It's like in Goland or the JetBrains stuff. If you create a new file, you can create a file with a type right away. So it puts the right namespace for you. This is the thing this is what it does. PHP refactoring, it does all of these things.
Okay.
And extract it's like a thing that exists in JetBrains, like the PHP Storm. This is identical to that, but inside of Neovim. Extract classes, interfaces, whatever. Just a refactoring tool, because I used to use just PHP Storm for the longest time, and I wanted something similar, so I built it.
Interesting. Okay. And your team uses these tools, right?
It's mostly me. My team uses Cursor. I like
okay.
to use this, so I build it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this is a basic note-taking thing. Just for like the stuff that I just don't know where to put them, so I put them here. Just a folder that renders things for me, and you can pin notes. You can show them as like markdown. They sync with GitHub, so you can pull them anywhere, and it doesn't have any dependencies. So
what is it then? So I didn't understand this one. What is this one for?
It's a note-taking tool for Neovim, but it's very basic.
Like a distro, some kind
of? No. This is just a plugin.
Okay.
There's nothing about it. Like it's just a plugin you install in Neovim.
Okay.
It creates a way to open up your notes quickly in a shortcut, and then it renders them. It's like this markdown rendering thing, but it's more like specific for notes.
Okay.
So you can decide where you want to put your notes and quickly open them in Neovim.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Again, it's very specific for my workflow, I guess.
Okay, makes sense. Okay. Now, how has it been maintaining these projects? I keep everything in my .files, and the excuse is I don't want to deal with PRs. I don't want to review anything, and I just put a note, hey, don't submit PRs. I'm not going to review them. I'm not going to accept them. I'm just going to close them because I don't want to deal with that. How has it been for you?
I never put my stuff online when it comes to .files. I have 2 different set of .files, and everybody's like, "Oh, where's your .files? I want to use those." I'm like, I don't want to share them. I don't have. They're messy. I don't care too much about them. This is for my personal one. I had this for a million years, and I'm like, I don't really care too much about it. And this one is on my dev machine, like the work machine. So I have 2 .files, and each one does different things. And maybe they're good, maybe they're bad. I don't know, like if they are perfect, but yeah, I just never put them public. I just keep them private.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I have my Neovim like that, and I have like a gist or gist, whatever you call it, that has like tmux config and whatever, and that's how it ends for me. I don't really like, I don't make them public. I just don't want to maintain that stuff.
And what about, I was straight up in the README. It's like, I'm not going to review anything, so just don't submit it. And I have them public. But what about the other projects that you do have public? Have you had
those ones?
Yep.
Yeah, I try to look at them every couple of weeks. I'm not like dying to fix anything. I'm again like, if you're really upset because something is not working, maybe you should fix it. It's open source. Like you fix it. And some people have done that, which is awesome. But, it's not like I have a lot of time. And if I do, I'll fix stuff. If I don't, then I don't. And, if you're too upset with some features, maybe contribute to it and help me fix it. I did the heavy lifting in a way, like to build something, and it works for me. But if your specific use case is different, then maybe you should kind of help with that. But again, like I'm not like, unfortunately, like I'm not like crazy active with open source stuff. I have a couple things like that, and mostly for my own work. Like it's not my full-time thing. I don't have enough time, unfortunately, to be more active with open source. And with AI these days, it's like I don't know how meaningful this will look like, because anybody can build anything with AI.
Yeah. And then you get a PR with 1,000 lines added in it.
Exactly.
It was just AI, the one that generated it.
So it feels like not really useful, because yes, you added something, but I can do the same thing with Claude and just same thing. Like I don't need this. And so, it's just I guess it's not like as useful as it used to be. Because before AI, we needed support. We needed people to kind of contribute different things and do stuff for us. But nowadays, it's like you just ask Claude to build something and it builds it for you. And then you iterate a couple of times and then you're good.
Yeah.
Right? So it's the same again. One thing I wanted to mention, actually, I have this kind of newsletter that I've been running for some time. So I basically ask people to share about their workflows and their like .files, their setup, what they use and how they use it, and their Vim config and whatever.
I see that guy Ian Simmons there. That is emptyful, but he's cheap and he doesn't pay for the membership in YouTube, so that's why he's not commenting right now, because he's cheap. But I know that guy. He's in Discord.
Well, awesome. Yeah, that's the idea. Like I asked them, like, share about yourself, like tell me what you like to do, share whatever you want people to know about you, essentially similar to what you're doing now. Actually, share like your Neovim setup and what you use, some screenshots, like cool stuff like that, some tools you like to use, your dotfiles, your books, some fun books you read, and just to share whatever you want. I mean, I'm not like, I don't really make money out of this. I just like what people use and I want to learn from them. And so I asked them, do you want to share your stuff? And they do. And then I post it here.
Oh, and how do you do it? They send you like a markdown file or what?
They send me an email with the question. I have like about here where I kind of ask them to answer these questions and send it to my email.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And just you send it to my email and I'll take it. I'll read it, format it, and kind of change the tonality, I guess, to make it like a third person, and then publish it. It's very basic. There's nothing like magical about this. It's just by email, and I'll share it here. And this is not paid. Obviously, people get upset sometimes, like, why do you share this and it's paid and whatever? I'm like, it's not paid, but I used this Substack because it was free and I can make it like this. And I didn't want to create like an email service. So I used this. So some people pay for it, which is cool. Like, I guess, go to dashboard. See, like I have 2 people who pay for this. But it's not like I asked them to pay for this. It's just like they just want to support it. So this is a free thing. You don't have to put in your email or do anything. You can just open it and see it. I don't know how if Substack forces you to open anything, but essentially you can just open them without subscribing and read them. And the whole idea is that you find some nice tools here. Like you go to some different people here and
you find tips, right?
Yeah, you find like interesting tools, like something you've never heard of before, like this one, some nice themes, some nice ideas, and you pick them up. That's the whole idea, like pick up new ideas. That's the whole heart behind this dotfiles, and then allow people to like share something interesting about them as well. Like I have like, I don't know, 1,500 people on this, which is nice. So you can get some little bit of exposure if you want to, but there's nothing in it, and just like people sharing interesting things, I guess.
Yeah, sharing. Pretty interesting. I thought that dotfiles thing were your dotfiles, but now I understand what it is.
No. It's a newsletter for other people's dotfiles and workflows and tools and whatever they use and whatever they do as well, not just dotfiles.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Why so serious? The guy in the chat says that he's gonna send his, I think.
Yeah, man, that would be awesome. Just either here, go to about, and my email is here, or if you're in my Discord, you can simply just chat with me there. I'm not like people sometimes send it, sometimes they don't, or like there's not a lot of people. As you see, there's like 43 different posts, but I'm not like trying to post something every week. Whenever somebody reach out and want to share it, I'll share it. But that's like how much I'm active with this. I used to try to follow on people, like, hey, ask people to do it, but I rarely do it these days. I just, when somebody share it with me, I post it, and then I'll tell them in the post, like, hey, if you want to share yours, here's how you can find me. Again, it's coming from the same like mindset of why I do YouTube. I like this. I'll talk about it. I don't like it. I don't talk about it. So that's how far it goes. Like when it comes to like my YouTube, same thing as well. If I like what I'm doing, I'll probably make something about it. If I don't really care. If you see my consistency here, it's kind of all over the place. In the last 2 months, I've been trying to be kind of consistent. Every 2 weeks, I'll post something. But if you go back a bit, like it's just 7 months and 6 months and then 4 months and then just inconsistent, I guess. That's the best thing I can say.
Okay.
Just whatever I'm really interested in the moment, Matt.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What window manager do you use on macOS, or you don't use a window manager at all?
I use Raycast for everything. I pretty much just use Raycast to jump around. I have like, I don't know if I can show this here. Let me see if I can move it to this screen.
I'll switch to our screen. You don't have anything sensitive there, right?
Yeah, no, nothing. So here's my Raycast. If I do window here, Yeah, this. I have a couple things I used here for if I want to center something. I use Hyper-C.
Okay.
I want to how much from the screen. I can just use like usually these ones. There's nothing fancy. Just move things around.
Mm.
And then for toggling apps, I have them like, for example, I'm using Chrome nowadays, so I have like Hyper-B. I'm using my terminal like ghostty, Hyper-T. So I don't need to do anything fancy. I can just press hyper and whatever the shortcut is. So switching like terminal back to browser, it's just a press of a button for me. I don't need anything special. Because again, I'm not using a million things. There's a browser, there's a terminal, there's sometimes an editor, but that's how far it goes. So I found that to be like more than enough for me. I can like do things like that and then open the terminal and do things like that. I mean, you could do that, right? It's not like I need more. And if I do it like this, for example, and then I can go to my browser here and then this way, I guess.
And when you open an application, does it open it in that full screen space by default, or how does that work? Or do you have to open it and then make it full screen?
I think it opens in whatever thing was last time I closed it.
Okay.
So like I usually have like Hyper F to kind of go full screen.
Full screen. Okay. Makes sense.
And then a Hyper something to go back here. Arrows. But like things are not changing. That's the thing that I find very weird for me. Like I like how like I think DHH build like a fantastic Linux thing that has like a window manager, whatever. This is awesome, but like for my workflow, for me personally, I don't have a lot of things happening on the screen. Like I have a couple apps, I just move around with them, and that's it. Like things are not changing too much in front of my eyes, right? Like either I'm here or in a chatting thing, and that's it. So, well, it's awesome to open up new terminals like that and then do something with this and then back to the... I don't have a lot of things changing personally for me, so it doesn't matter. If I find like a reason to make things more fancy, I could, but there's no value in it for me. I know it's pretty cool to like open a new thing and then that takes a specific size of the screen or whatever. But I never use something small. Like if this is here, like tiny and like here, however that looks like for them. Like, I don't want this. It's too small.
Yeah,
right?
Doesn't make sense.
And so what I do is like open a split, for example. I can do this and like split and then whatever I want, right? That's how I want to use it. I don't want to open a new thing. And when it comes to the browser, honestly, the less things open, the better. I usually don't keep tabs open. If I'm done, I just close it and I don't regret it, right? Like I don't care. And it's not just being careless about it. It's more about the less things you have to track, the more space in your brain to think. So I don't want to have a lot of things open anyways.
Yeah, it gets complicated eventually when you have a lot of key maps and all that stuff. It is flexible, but it gets complicated and tricky as well. Now, why?
Yeah.
I switched back to our screen.
Yeah.
Why? Did you want to show something else on your screen?
No, that's all of it, I guess.
Okay. Why are you on macOS, and what are your thoughts on Linux? And have you considered switching to Linux?
I've been on Mac since forever, like since the start of my career almost. I did use Linux for a couple of years. I liked it. The last Linux I used was like Ubuntu 10.04. Very long time ago. It was like I don't remember what the desktop called. Before GNOME, I guess, whatever. But that was the last time I used Linux like actively as a desktop thing. And I don't have like preference in terms, I mean, I just want Unix. That's what we want.
Unix,
I want the Unix thing. But because I also like do some music stuff on the side, I want to have Logic. I want to have like tools that
Logic
I care about.
Pro is amazing, man. Yeah.
And there is some open source tools, but they're not close to Logic, at least from what I try to do. So it's really just because of the practicalities of it. It works, it has good battery, the screen is nice, the machine itself is pretty nice. Mac OS, I mean, I don't use a lot of macOS specific tools. You want to use the Unix side of stuff. And it seems to be more stable. Like things don't break usually.
Yeah.
It works. If somebody creates a hardware that looks like the Mac one, and it's like super good, and battery is very good, and I know the framework does stuff, but nothing got close to the Mac hardware in terms of how good it is. And I use like the iPhone, so it's very compatible, I guess, with Mac. Everything fits together nicely. There's no reason really. Like I think for the day-to-day work, you can use anything as long as you have a terminal. So that works, like Unix, Linux, or Mac, the same. When it comes to doing anything more than that, it's like it becomes more a preference. Like if you like to share your photos on your phone and iPad and your wife and your computer, then maybe this works nicely because they have this. Everybody uses Apple essentially. That's kind of why I'm using it, not because I wanted it. I'm like, it works with everything, and I have Apple TV and Apple whatever, and like, oh, that's a good ecosystem. They managed to get me hooked, right?
Yeah.
And so I use it. I don't really have like a specific preference. Like I know, like now the hype is all the DHH stuff, and it's fantastic. Yeah, it's amazing what this guy did. Honestly, it's just mind blowing, and everybody's excited about it. But like, do I really need it? Like, and I don't think I really need it. I have a workflow that works, and I don't want to change it. I'm a huge fan of Taylor Otwell, like the guy who built Laravel. And if you see him how he does the work, like he just doesn't change stuff. I've been following Laravel since like version 3 point something, like very long time ago. And this guy has been doing the same stuff since then. Still using Sublime Text, still using iTerm or ghostty, maybe now. Still using the same stuff. And everything works. And that's what I aim for. Like just it works. Don't change it. It's great, man. Don't touch it. Just don't change things as long as they work. That's how I try to kind of do things. Free up the space from like tooling and more to like the work itself. Yeah, it's because I love tools. Like I make videos about them. But the problem is it's very time consuming. And I guess the urgency for time is the thing that I care about. Like I don't have a lot of time. So what can I do to make this as efficient as possible and move on from there?
Yeah.
That's kind of the reason for the whole thing. Mac works and Mac lasts for a long time. And also when you sell them, they get you back some good money. Like if you get like a Linux machine and you sell it 10 years from now, it's going to sell for nothing. If I'm going to sell my Mac now, it can get me enough money back to get another one. That's also like good value, essentially. That's a reason. But also like the M CPU actually is way better than everything else. Yes, you can get like a hyper threading thing, whatever, that does magical things. But for something that like tiny, you can put like an iMac Mini or something that is that powerful. It's kind of nuts these days. There is like the AMD one, the AI version of it, whatever, has been very good.
Oh, the Snapdragon.
No, there's like an AMD AI 365 or something.
I know.
It's like I think the framework desktop, I've been using it as well. This has been very interesting. I've been actually like really considering one just to see how it feels for AI stuff, like local AI models, because it's less expensive than like buying a Mac Studio for that. But I guess to answer your original question, there's really no major reason other than when I started, this was the trend, and this was like when everybody's using. So I jumped on it, and I've been using it since. I rarely play games, so I don't care about Windows. Yeah, and so I have like a PS5 when I play a game, but I don't really like need Windows for anything, and I don't need Linux for anything more than what I do on Mac. I ended up on Mac. That's kind of where it landed.
And what do you think about Windows? Do you like the operating system?
I think it's a toy. It's pointless. Don't use Windows. If you want to play video games, yes. I think you can play on Linux now as well, so that's even better. But I mean, Windows is just taking all your data and doing stuff with it. Ads and whatever. I don't see that. I mean, if you have a proprietary like software you need like for your Windows, like there's some companies that require you to install stuff.
Or if you develop Windows applications.
Develop Windows, yeah. But other than that, like, what's the point? Like, it's becoming this AI thing that they just eat all your data and use it for whatever they want. yeah, I don't see a value of using Windows. If the same thing can run on Linux, use Linux. If you're gonna play video games and it doesn't run on Linux, then maybe Windows. There is no value in it. It's just pointless, really.
Yeah.
Vim doesn't work there. Everything is a kind of a
the terminal.
everything is a patch.
Yeah.
Everything is a hack. Nothing works. So like, yeah, it's a waste of energy, honestly.
Yeah. And have you thought about Emacs? Have you ever used Emacs or considered it?
I've tried it for like one day and I realized I need to learn a lot of things. I dropped it. I think it's interesting. I don't have like an opinion about it because I never really used it. I've seen people using it and it's kind of pretty cool. But I think like I'm not against GUIs. I'm not like saying if you use an app, a GUI, I'm like, you're a terrible person. You should be in prison or something. No, it's just a tool, right? Like Emacs is trying to put everything back in the terminal, and that's nice for some people, but I don't have a problem with using tools that are separate than the terminal. Because people, I think, want to use the terminal because it's snappy and everything is in there and super fast or whatever. But I just showed you, I can open up the browser in a press of a button. And I can also actually, another thing I want to show you, if you want to share my other screen.
Yep. Let me switch to it. Let me know if you're ready.
Yeah, but let me see if I can show here, this guy here.
You let me know.
Yeah. Yep, I'm actually going to move this to the here. There you go. Can you see my raycast?
Yep, I see it.
So I have something here where if I press like hyper O, I can switch between the browser tabs.
Hold
if
on.
I press hyper...
I don't see...
Oh, I think it's on the other... Here, I'll put it back here. So hyper O on my keyboard allows me to switch between the tabs. Okay? And if I press hyper K, I have to move it back here as well, unfortunately. It shows me all the open apps. So technically, I can switch everything in my screen like with just a shortcut or a search thing with the raycast. So I'm not far from reaching any app I want at any moment.
Hold on, hyper. Oh, how did you do that? How did you configure that in Raycast? Because
I think there's a tool for that. There's like a plugin
in Raycast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And the hyper K is built in Raycast.
Okay.
You can just set it. You can set the shortcut for it. That's how I did it, and it just allows me to get to the thing I want to get to in so many different ways. So with Raycast, I can search if I have a lot of things open, but also usually I just have them as a shortcut. Like hyper B, I'm in the browser. Hyper T, I'm in the terminal. Hyper whatever, I'm there, right? So there's no need to do anything fancy for that. It's just a shortcut. And this has been more than enough. So there's no need to do more than that, honestly.
Yeah.
And there's window stuff. Like if on a full screen, it's still like hyper F. If on a half screen, hyper arrow, left or right. You know, like it's such a shortcut. So, and I don't need to code it. Like I know you can use those like fancy window managers to kind of with code and just make some crazy stuff with them. I haven't found the reason for this just yet. And that's why like with Raycast, I'm able to do the majority of these things without really any special tool.
I'm interested in this hyper O thing. So it shows you all of the tabs that you have open in all of your different browser instances?
No, just with, I only use Chrome these days. I used to use Arc, moved to Chrome because Arc is not maintained. Yeah. So I use, it's like a Chrome plugin actually that allows you to search tabs. So you can download it and just set it to hyper whatever or any shortcut you want.
Okay.
Let me try to show you if I open up this here, I think you can open up this. There you go. So this is like an extension. And there's a lot of things you can do with it. I only cared about this one.
Oh.
Right. So I assigned it to hyper O. And there's a reason, by the way, like hyper O and then hyper K, right? The reason is if I open up Neovim and open up any file, if I press leader O, I'm searching buffers. If I'm leader P, I'm searching files.
Okay.
It's like similar, right? Like leader something. It searches. It's the same everywhere. Like both like my OS, like searching tabs in the browser or searching apps in my Mac, or searching files in Neovim, or searching things here. It's all the same look and feel. A pop-up that allows you to search for whatever you want. That's the whole idea. So that's why it's all looks this way. It's all the same. That's the whole point.
Oh, interesting.
Less things to think about, right? It's like a way to search for something. So yes, you can have more fancier stuff, but for me, it's like, how do I get to the thing as fast as possible? And that was it. Just find a way to search for the thing, and it worked. I try to just see if I can do the thing with the tools that I have before I try to get a plugin. A friend of mine, he built, I think, sessionx or session something
Omer.
for tmux.
Omer,
Yeah,
right?
Omer. Yeah, he did this one, and another friend who built another thing for tmux as well, in Raycast.
Josh Medeski.
Yeah,
the other one.
Both of them did some fantastic tools. I just don't want to use another tool. That's the idea. Like, can I just build a script, write a script that does the thing? And that's kind of how I push the stuff.
Yeah. I tried Sesh by Medeski. It's a wonderful plugin, but I'm on the same boat. It's another tool that someone else has to maintain. What happens if Medeski says, you know what, fuck Sesh, I'm not going to maintain it anymore. So I just have a script, the one that Primeagen created, the tmux-sessionxer, and that's the one that I use to switch sessions.
Yeah. I mean, I'm even trying to stop using tmux at this stage. I'm trying to find plugins to remove from Neovim. I feel like it's the age, maybe. I'm just trying to get rid of stuff. Even like, if you like, I don't know, I mean, things I have in my house, like, I'm just trying to sell them. This is why I mentioned like Facebook Marketplace. I'm with this on this like thing where I'm trying to sell everything, like all the stuff that I don't use for more than like every couple months once. I'm like, I'm selling this crap.
Yeah.
And I just sell it.
And what about your cables? The box of cables that we all have there, do you throw them away?
I only have a bunch. Either I threw them away or I just don't want them. I just have cables that I'm using. You can't get enough cables, unfortunately. Like, they go bad, and you just have to have one that works. You buy a couple that are high quality, but then you just Megami or whatever the name is of that brand. You just buy a good brand, and then it lasts you for years, and you just get rid of the other crap. It's like with the pedals. I used to have like 1 million ones. I sold them all. And now I have like a neural DSP, the quad cortex, and that's the only one. I am planning to get like the Line 6 Helix, the new one. It's a splurge. It's a lot of money. But I'm like, you treat yourself once a year, I guess, on your birthday or something. You just buy something very expensive, the new one. So it's like $2,000.
I had Line 6 pedal boards. I had
Stadium.
Yeah, but for a guitar, I had I had like 3 Line 6 pedal boards back in the day. Now I moved to analog pedals. I have you seen this one? Hold on. Look at this beauty. I like how this sounds. It's a Wampler.
Yeah.
Ethereal. It sounds beautiful, man.
I stopped being interested in analog stuff versus digital stuff for some reason. Because like the neural DSP is so advanced. And for somebody who plays in my office, like not playing on stage. And by the way, like if you put both on a stage and like, let's say a huge concert, nobody will have any like understanding what's the difference.
Yeah.
We're too nerdy. It's like Neovim, right? Like this color is bad and this color is better and this plugin is bad and this is good. It's all the same because nobody can make it nobody can get it. Like I can put like an actual pedal versus like another one that is like digital and nobody can tell the difference.
Yeah, that is correct.
It's just us who are super nerdy, who have like a headphone for like $10,000. We can hear that tiny frequency change. Like, yep, that's bad. That's not the real amp. I'm like, you can't even tell, man.
If they're drunk, if it's a death metal show, they're gonna be drunk. So there's like whatever. So,
there's no point of even telling. And for somebody like, obviously, I'm not like playing live shows. I'm just playing in my office once a year. I don't really care. So I use the neural DSP that one you see on the left here. And it has the best sounds you can find for any amp you want, modeling and capturing and whatever.
I hadn't heard about this one. So it's like a regular pedal board. It has amps,
essentially, it's a computer.
Yep. Okay.
It's a computer. Essentially, it's a pedal like Line 6, but it has the best algorithm to capture amps and pedals. The closest possible you can get to. Now, the Line 6 Helix, the new one they're about to release in a couple months, it might actually be better, but the quad cortex has like the best capturing capability.
No.
Which I never capture really. You can download sounds that other people captured and have great amps.
Oh, okay. And does it also include effects like
oh yeah,
distortion?
It has also like a effect capturing. That pedal you showed me, I can capture it and now have it inside of that.
Oh, and
which is sick. So
how much is it? Is it too expensive?
When it was out, I think it was like 1800. Yep.
Oh,
1800. I bought it. It was actually one of the first 100 ones. This is why I liked it. It was released on NAMM like a couple years ago, and I pre-ordered it. So the CEO sent me a paper signed by him, like you were the first 100 people. So I got like a certificate saying this is the first 100. Like hell yeah, it's cool. And I pretty much like underuse it.
Yeah.
But it's like a freaking amazing machine. But I put like an amp with like one pedal. Versus like those who put like routing and all that stuff. I just use like a clean amp for my guitar, and then because my
like
ears hurt now with like
amp for clean,
just
right?
something. I just want to hear my guitar essentially. But I'm definitely not using it the way it should be used. But I guess like once a year you splurge and you just do stuff that you do it because you like yourself. That's why I bought it. Really, I just like I like me enough to buy me something I like.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why I'm gonna get the Helix, actually, not because I need it, because I'm spoiling myself. Like, treat yourself. You worked hard this year. Go spend $2,000 on something you're gonna use once a month.
Man, I have a pedal board. I have it stored in a box. I have like like 6 analog pedals, but it's more complicated because you need to have a good power supply. You need to connect
That's
them
why
in.
I don't like that.
You need to wire them, and you need to put them in, take them up.
Yep. With guitars, you have to have the least friction. It's like code. You want to be able to pick up the guitar as fast as possible and play something without all the hassle. And this is why I'm like, just plug this in, press the power button, and stop playing. I don't want to like do more.
Now, I had this one before. Let me show this to you. Hold on. But it didn't sound as good as analog pedals. It sounded too digital. But it was old. Let me tell you, this one. What was this called? No, not this one. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you which one right now. It was M something. Was it this one?
Yeah, the original ones, the older ones.
Yeah, the older one. It was not this one. It's what this one. Pod XT Live, line 6.
Yeah.
Pod XT Live. This one.
But back then, like this is how far we could go with this. Like it used to sound digital because it is digital, but the algorithms changed now. The new ones have better sounds. So yes, it's not gonna be like a real amp, but it's very close. And on stage, you're usually using like monitors to hear yourself, not just amps. You're capturing the amps and putting them on the other speakers. So it's not like you're getting the feeling of the amp anyways. And if you're playing at home, you can just get a practice amp, like a small one, like a Yamaha or whatever. That should be enough to kind of move you, right? You want the air to move to feel something.
Yeah.
If you're playing bass or whatever. But realistically speaking, if you live in a city or not in anywhere, actually, like you can't play loud unless you're in a studio.
Yeah.
And so for cases like us, like I play here, I can't be like playing loud. I'm using like a HS5 here with like a pedal, and that's it. It's enough. It's good enough for what I try to do. I see a lot of YouTubers and I get very jealous of all the amps they have, but like realistically speaking, you're never going to use them.
No, you will
so what's the point? 99% of all the people who play music, they can get along with like a line 6 Helix, the small one, and then do all the stuff they want to do. You don't need 700 pedals, and unless you're like just a collector, and you probably won't get the difference between all of them anyways. So we just like the fancy stuff because the YouTubers are pushing it to us. That's it. That's why you buy them. It's why I'm buying the line 6, honestly, because like, oh, this looks super cool, I'm gonna buy it, not because like it's actually gonna add any value to my life. It's like it's advertising working on us.
I haven't listened to digital pedal boards in so long, but now that you bring it up, it makes sense. I guess the algorithms and all of that is better, and they must sound way better. So I'll watch some videos and we'll see, because just connecting that old thing requires time and effort, so I just don't connect it at all. But one of these I would connect, I think.
If you go to the Neural DSP website.
Let me switch to your screen.
Okay, I'm not sharing it, but I'll show you.
Here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll share it here. Neural DSP. These are my favorite like plugins, VSTs for guitars. They have the best quality. It's the same people who created this Quad Cortex thing, pedal, right? They have a smaller version as well.
Okay.
They have the best pedal effects, and they usually capture sounds from like musicians, Petrucci, for example, or whatever, SLOs, if you like Soldano. Like, and if you wait for like Black Friday, you can pretty much buy a lot of them like half price.
But hold on. The Quad Cortex, you get it. You get no effects. You have to buy these effects.
No. It comes with all the effects you want. This is just VSTs. This is like applications you run on your Mac.
Oh, okay. These
so if you don't want
plugins for Logic Pro.
If you don't want pedals and you don't want like anything, just like plug your thing in your audio interface. Like get one of those things and then run it on your computer. It runs both in a DAW or independently.
Okay.
So you can pretty much like use it to play music just with an audio interface, and you don't need anything else. And it sounds amazing. Like if for somebody putting a headphone and like trying to play something and practice maybe or whatever, and you want some good sound, this is way better than you can imagine. A lot of people using it on like actual records. It's actually fantastic. Like Tim Henson is like, this guy is an amazing guitarist, and he captured his sound on this thing, and anything he plays through this one. So like it's pretty cool, man. Like things changed for us guitarists and whatever. Like we used to play with those old pedals, and now like you can just download a software that does like things way better than everything we ever had.
Yeah, I'm still back in the old days, but I'll take a look at that. And have you ever thought about NixOS? Because you see NixOS everywhere.
I've heard it. A friend of mine, Dreams of Code, yeah. He just he loves it, and other people loves it as well. I've never tried it. I never really was interested enough to try it. I see like it's not gonna change anything for me. That's why my dotfiles are so messy, because like I don't need to change my laptop every day.
Yeah.
So there's no point of replicating this. If you make videos, maybe like in that format, you might need to spin up a new thing to demo something. But I've not found a useful reason to do that yet. Maybe I'm not like advanced enough to do that, but I don't see why I need to use it. Like convince me, sell me, like why I should be using this.
Yeah, you'll spend months configuring it and learning it, I think. And that's what, for me, that's like, no, I don't want to do that right now.
Okay. I don't see the value. I mean, I'm sure that if you need it, you will use it. I've not had the reason to need it yet, so I'm not using it. That's why I'm like, I haven't like jumped on the Linux thing as well, like everybody else, because I just don't know. I don't want to learn a new thing, and I don't want to try a new thing where this thing works. The more things I have to figure out and learn and try, and the more like mental load, and I'd rather be doing something useful. You see, like coding and all that stuff is amazing, and I really love it, but I'd rather be playing guitar or playing a chess game or something than actually doing this. I don't want to be doing this. Like I want to enjoy it for the time I'm coding it at like my job thing. But after this, I'm like, I want to enjoy a different thing outside of this. Like touch grass, right? Like I want to do stuff other than code, because, you know, you're going to code 8 hours a day forever. You'll do that probably. So what's like, just try some other stuff. So I want my hobbies to also be my work.
Yeah.
So that's why I play chess. That's why I play music. That's why I do other stuff.
Okay, awesome. Now, to wrap it up, is there any final words? Anything you wanna say? Anything you wanna add?
No, have fun. Enjoy the stuff you do. Don't take it too serious. Nothing is really that serious.
Okay, Adib, really appreciate it, man. Thanks for your time. I'm going to be editing this video. Oh, before I let you go, I'm just going to thank the sponsors. Well, not sponsors, but the people that support me on YouTube, the members. So Web23, web23.com. That's a CEO. He pays the CEO membership, and I have other members as well. So just thank everyone that has become members. And personally, thank you, Adib. Thank you very much, man. Thanks for sharing all your knowledge and all the stuff about guitars. I didn't know. I did watch the guitars in the background, and I was like, man, why does he have so many? And it looks cool. But now I know.
To be fair, it's not so many. It's just I think like a classical and acoustic, like a steel guitar, strings and nylon guitars and bass and guitar. So it's not like so many. It's just different things. To be fair, you know.
Okay, man. So have a good Sunday, the rest of it, and thank you.
You too, man.
Till the next time.